So good morning, good afternoon, good evening traders wherever you are in the world. Victor's FX here, and today being Sunday the 2nd of April, we're going to be looking at a weekly outlook for the markets. Now you guys know we've been bang on right for the past 3-4 weeks now about the price delivery on EURUSD. But I'm just going to come on here so we discuss what we're looking for the week. Now I'm not going to go from the weekly time frame. If you want that, go to our previous weekly outlook and you're going to see that. Today I'm going to be covering actually three markets: EURUSD, EURJPY and USDJPY. Okay, so yeah, just a fun nugget there. So we are quite bullish on the EURUSD, and these zones marked out here are not for selling. These are just zones I identified. A lot of traders will be looking to short from. Right now this market is looking very short to a lot of traders since you have double top and they move away from it, and quite honestly price could really go a little bit down to validate their reason for selling, but most likely what's going to happen, price is going to reverse on everybody just as we expect. And there's even a news release by tomorrow. Let me try to open that up. We'll have a news release tomorrow, which is Monday by 10 a.m. So who knows what's going to happen. Now let's look at what I will be looking at on EURUSD. Now if you could remember, this week I posted a video about how we were a bit bullish from this accumulation zone. It ended up not taking price to the ultimate high, but it would have been a source of profit for a lot of people that are looking to catch this buy from this mitigation down here. So now price has played into another major demand zone or accumulation zone. So I could just go ahead and delete all this shit here, not that important to us. Okay, we mistakenly deleted our supply zone, so let's just leave it. So we know when price takes that zone. Now this is currently what price is giving us. Yeah, so just have clean price action. Now there's a reason why I marked out that zone that right there. It's not a magical zone. You can see from here price was bullish. Price has just maintained bullishness, and a lot of traders are already buying. But before it started going higher, there was this straight candle convincing a lot of sellers that, oh, we are going to take this low, since price has already started distributing and going lower on the lower time frames. Now this zone here was an aggressive sell before you buy candle, so that is why I identified that zone as my full demand zone. You can call it order block, whatever you want to call it, on EURUSD. So if price blows below that zone, doesn't mean we're bearish. We just have to be a little bit more patient until we get an accumulation before we start buying. Okay, it doesn't mean you should just place buys without doing your proper analysis. That zone is very good zone for buying to go to the upside. And I'm not just going to go into this zone and start buying, guys. That's one thing a lot of traders don't know. Sometimes you post these things and some traders just do shit like this, stuff like this. Okay, because you say we've been right the last 3 weeks, somebody will do something like this. It might work. To be honest, it's actually good. If you can build a system properly, it's not that bad. But if you are just starting out and you don't really have a system and you want to grow while trading, you have to be very careful the kind of trade you are taking. Because if you imagine this trade right now, it's not that confirmed. Now if you want to really confirm a trade properly, you have to wait for what? Price to, sorry about that, that was ugly, guys. You have to wait for price to become bearish, and wait for this break on the lower time frame. This is the reason. That's the same way I got into the earlier trade on this higher zone right here, and then you saw how news took price higher. So if price was intending to really go higher than that, I would have been in on the price movements higher than these zones. Okay, but price decided not to do that. That's one thing. We don't tell price what to do. Price is the one that dictates what we want to do. All we have to do here is when we come on, we look at what price has done in the past and why we are looking for bullishness. Even though after this breaks of structure, a lot of people are now shitting their pants. A lot of people they can't wait to push that sell button. They can't wait to see that double top. They can't wait to see that resistance zone. But now I'm just saying what we are seeing for the week. Now, if we look at this kind of price action, I want to see price what accumulates to go what higher, and maybe news releases will help pump this market to the upside, which is what we've basically been expecting for the longest period of time. So now again I say this zone is not one magical zone, it's not one special zone. If I see an accumulation here, there will be a trade there. If there's no accumulation, more likely we might start seeing bearishness, a little bit of bearishness. I'm not really going to be playing too much aggressively on the bearishness. I just have to be cautious Now, where will interest me is when market starts to shift. That is when I would love to jump on into any trade I can find. Not any trade actually, a good trade, and then we'll be able to ride this motherfucker to the upside. Yeah. So that is it for EURUSD. Nothing too special. No flippy DP, no stochastics, no RSI. Just this simple thing right here. That's just what I'm looking for the week for EURUSD. You see that it starts going up from this zone, or it starts going down, and then wait for an accumulation. Or worst case scenarios, if it breaks this second low right here, I might start looking for larger sales. If it breaks this zone down here, I might start looking for larger sales. That's just what I have for EURUSD. But for now, nah, nothing too special. We are still within this range, this high to this low. So it doesn't look too bearish to me. And then if it starts going lower, we'll just have to reanalyze and see what we can do. Now going over to EURJPY. This is how beautiful these concepts have been. On the week, I remember 1 week I talked about EURJPY being bullish. You can see how that has been delivering for the longest period of time. Let me just go ahead and delete a lot of unnecessary things. Let's remove. Why is it not to do this shit? Let's remove this from being deleted. We'll remove this from being deleted. And also remove this from being deleted and then delete. Guys, trading view is getting on my nerves, guys. Okay, so that being deleted, we are having this beautiful price delivery here, which is what the liquidation of these lows, break of structure to the upside, mitigation. Now, after that happened, would have been involved on this mitigation, but I wasn't really looking at EURJPY too much, so it wasn't really something defining for me. Now I talked about why the supply zone is not so important, because the supply zone, if I go to the 4-hour time frame, it hasn't really taken any structure. It's just a supply zone in the middle of the range, and a lot of people are piling in sales there. A lot of people are seeing it as resistance. I think we're gonna we're gonna blow through this stuff, either this week or whatever. Okay, but once again, price can do a very crazy stuff like this, then when it gets a break, it now takes all the highs. Okay, so not every push down is bearishness. Of course, you can get into a bearish trade, but you have to manage it properly. And when you start seeing sense of price telling you it's bullish, you know that it's more likely to deliver to the highs on EURJPY. So going down to the 1-hour time frame on EURJPY, I think this whole zone here is not really a great zone to be selling, even though we are starting to see price break down this way. What you should wait for, most likely you can see the demand zone here. What did this demand zone do? It took liquidity, took some lows here, kind of tapped into this demand zone, and then what, displaced price. So even if price is breaking down, just wait for price to come back into that demand zone on EURJPY. Let me mark that out. This zone right here, you just have to do it this way. Wait for price to what, accumulate in this zone, break structure, then you start looking for buys to the upside. So I'm not necessarily looking for a sell right now. So, but if we get good displacement, breaking proper lows, and breaking proper lows, I might get myself positioned in short to take price a little bit lower before we start the major accumulation. So once again, don't do this. Okay, maybe doing it on EURUSD and EURJPY. One might work. I'm not a financial advisor, but don't do this. So great. We have one zone on EURUSD, we have one zone on EURJPY. Why is this EURJPY here? Quite sus. Now this is EURJPY. Sorry, USDJPY, guys. I'm not drunk. USDJPY, and yeah, this was a zone we marked out for it to go long, and ever since it broke lower, we also said if it broke lower, we are looking for sales. Ever since it broke lower, it has been giving major beautiful sales, but something is catching my attention to this market, which is this rejection. It has been trending happily lower, until it got to this zone, and then it said nope. So what are we most likely looking for during the week? Sure, bullishness. But before we go bullish, take a look at what price action has done. Maybe I should go to like a 6-hour chart. So price has been a bit bearish this way, until here it was like, oh nope. It was like, oh no, I ain't going higher, I ain't going lower no more. after this beautiful bearish trend, yeah, actually you can see that it was like a break of this major structure. So that's just one thing to keep at the back of our mind. It was kind of like a break of structure down there, but it didn't really spend too much time. So I expected this breaks down here on this other side to take price lower, but since you are seeing those price being like nope, it might just be that this zone, this multiple breaks here, is the reversal for the price to go higher. So I don't expect price, if that is true, I don't expect price to go below this zone right here, or this last mitigation zone right here on EURJPY. Now I'm going to explain my reasons. I already explained it actually, so it's just based on the reversal we are seeing. If this was a true break of structure, it shouldn't just stress us too much. Although it might still be a break of structure, but I would definitely consider it when it takes this low. Sorry guys, when it takes this freaking low that I draw out, when it takes this low right here, I'll consider this as a bearish price action. But since price has not broken that low, why am I stressing myself looking for sales? If price breaks that zone, we know that okay, well now we are fully bearish, but this price action is quite looking like what, inducing a lot of sellers, a lot of inducements. Now price from here might just go bullish, coming down to this zone right here. I'm drawing zones, these are just hypothetical zones where I expect accumulation. So don't just place buyers and sells, especially on USDJPY. It doesn't really look too sure about this. And this was just a single break. So price might just continue pushing higher, which is gonna be better, but price could come lower this way into the zone, accumulate and go higher. But the most likely thing is might just go through the zone, into the zone, accumulate, and then go higher. Just wait for the accumulation. If it doesn't accumulate, it's just probably gonna blow through this zone. So if there's a kind of accumulation kind of behavior when it starts approaching that zone, or when it has approached that zone, then you know that it is valid for taking buys on USDJPY. Okay, so it's valid for taking buys. So most likely it might blow through this zone. But if you continue going higher, it makes a new high this way. You look for the next demand zone to what? Take price higher. Look for accumulations. Don't just place trades. You take price higher, accumulations, take price higher. Yeah. So I think this is pretty simple. Wait for the accumulation in this zone, or wait for a break, then look for the mitigation. Even if it's on a 1 hour time frame, you don't have to trade every single thing you are seeing. So yeah, actually this was on a 6 hour time frame. So maybe if we go down to the 1 hour, we might see more structures. Obviously we will. Yeah, you will see more structures on the 1 hour time frame, but it's still the same idea. If you are trading on 1 minute, you should look for either distributions or accumulations. Don't just blindly sell, blindly buy. You're just gonna hit a lot more stop loss than usual or than needed sometimes. Yeah. So this is the zone marked out for USDJPY. Looking for bullishness, looking good, and expecting bearishness if it plays in, because I'm not 100%. I'm not gonna tell you I'm so confident on the USDJPY. This is just a mini analysis here. But the EURJPY, yeah, I think we're gonna break that high. I think we're gonna be bullish. USDJPY, Euro USD. Not that 100%, but yeah, I think we're gonna be bullish still. Since we've been showing a lot of bullishness, I don't just wanna say sell from nowhere. Even though this is looking like a nice double top for retail traders, we still expect accumulations to take price higher, or if we get proper breaks lower, we take sales. That's alright. That's the beauty of being a lower time frame seller. You don't have to predict 1,000 moves to the upside and so on. So that's basically what I have for today. I don't really analyze BTC USD. I don't do that. I don't analyze this type of shit. So yeah, that's just it. So if you like this video, make sure you leave a thumbs up, leave a like, smash that subscribe button for more videos like this. VictorsFX here. Hey, love you guys, and catch you next Sunday for the next weekly outlook. Subscribe guys, please.